Nick Duffy here from MMG Golf and Nick Duffy Golf. Here to do a quick little video just talking about distance control. This is probably one of the more important parts of putting. It's probably the most under-practiced. I think a lot of people actually don't know how to practice distance control properly. So what you end up getting is people kind of just guessing a lot of times when they're actually working on their stroke. There are a lot of factors when it comes to distance control. If you watch one of my earlier videos, I talk a little bit about how strike on the face is very important, how that does affect distance control. Another one too that is important with it as well, length of backstroke. That's probably one of my bigger ones, and that's the ones that I tend to see the most issues with most players. People who tend to have trouble distance control, it always seems to come back to the same thing. A lot of people doing the old school, short backstroke, massive acceleration through the ball. So they won't really change the length of backstroke based upon the length of the putt. They won't just change the rate at which they do it. That is a very difficult way to get better at putting. Don't see very many good distance control players from that type of mode. Typically short putts, inside 10 feet, you can get away with that a bit. But even then, at a certain point, distance control still comes really important with breaking putts, with shorter putts, with putts where you're trying to hit a certain line. So what you really don't want to do is over accelerate on putts, because what you're doing is you're killing your feel, killing your distance control. So getting to the drill, or my topic for the day, you go out and buy a yardstick. It's a great way to kind of work on this. I keep one in my bag at all times. It's just an easy way to work on it. So what I like to do is I put the yardstick down. I will actually put the ball at the very front of it where the face of my putter starts. From there, I'm going to get a good gauge of where my leading edge comes on the way back. So for example, as I go back here, my leading edge goes to 6. That's where it's going to be. So whatever length putt that gives me, that's what I'm going to try working on. What this does is just getting a good baseline to start from. Given the day, given the golf course, given wherever you may travel, especially playing a lot of tournament golf, this is a great way to work on A, finding the different green speeds, B, getting used and calibrating yourself to new golf courses, new grass. This is an easy way to kind of transfer it all as you go out and play. So the way I like to do it is get 3 to 5 balls and you just bring it back to however far. So I like to go maybe 10 feet to start. Okay. I don't like to putt to a hole. I just leave it there. So once I get done with my feel, I walk off how far it is to double check if I did it well. Because what I should be able to do on this drill, I should be able to hit a 10-footer, 20-footer, 30-footer, even up to 40, using my feel without having a target out there necessarily. Because I'm not really worried about trying to hit these putts straight. I'm trying to hit them solid and group them well. Because this is all about trying to get a tighter dispersion on your putting. That essentially is what distance control is. So once again, hit that first putt probably about 10 feet. I brought it back to about 6. So I know for 10 feet, it's 6 for me. As I go back, it's going to get a little bit longer. Maybe on my 20-footers, I'm at 9, maybe 11 on my 30. It's going to vary based upon the player, your rate of stroke. My stroke's always a little bit quicker, a little punchier, so I get a little bit more out of it than most people. So because of that, I need to really work on drills like this so my length of stroke doesn't get too short and get too poppy. But overall, hopefully this drill helps you out, and we can help you improve your putting and help you improve your game. All right, so right here in the middle of this video, I was going to throw in this little this other view just because it does help you out in case you have any issues seeing what I just did. So I hit the putt right there for my 10-footer, brought it back to 6. I'm going to do it again. Good. So now I do have a golf ball out there and I'm starting to group them. But I'm using my feel, I'm using kind of like what I'm using on the ruler, what my tendency is to actually help me group them. So once again, that first one's 10. I went back to 6. Let's see if I can do it again. Make sure you get that ball position good or else it doesn't really matter. Good. And here's the other important thing. So when we're doing this, right, this putt I'm hitting right now is a little more uphill. I want you to do it uphill and downhill if you can't find a flat putt. Not every putting green is perfectly flat or has a flat spot on it. So if you cannot find that, try to find ones that are uphill do ones that are uphill, then do ones that are downhill. That way you kind of calibrate from both ways. That way you have a good feel of knowing where it is. You kind of split the difference between the two. Typically on the golf course, how many times do you actually have a flat putt? Not that often. So we need to practice both. We need to calibrate for both. That's how you really adjust. That's how you actually get your feel and help build in this technique that we're working on. So hopefully this helps you out. Hopefully this other view gives you a little better idea of what we're doing. We're not really trying to putt it to a target. I'm just lucky after that first ball that I do have a target out there. Once I get that down, now I'm walking off 1, 2, 3. So these are about a foot, right between a foot short. So knowing that, I will have to actually add a little bit to it. So now my stroke was 7. Once again, it's an uphill putt, so I know we're going the other way. I'm probably going to be more like 3 or 4, right? So hopefully this helps you out. There's a little added section in here. I thought it wasn't really complete the other way. But once again, this is how you calibrate. This is how you work on distance control in putting. And it's a great way to help your game. Hi, hopefully this video helped you out. If you liked it, please like my video. Please subscribe. Please put a comment down asking any questions or just anything that may do with the video. If you need any suggestions or you want to suggest another video for me, please let me know in the comments. I'd be more than happy to try to shoot them. I'm always looking for good ideas. So any way I can help out the viewers of this channel, please let me know. Hopefully these tips help you out and will continue to improve your game. Thanks.